It's Midsummer weekend, Thursday afternoon, and things have been growing. Grass is super high all around. So we're going to do a bit of a wander, see how things are doing. Pathway's working really well now, the grass is on either side. We're starting to get some flowers and things, which is really good. I'm also seeing more and more grasses taking over here than what we've had before of the reeds and the marshland, so that's a really promising change. And then let's see how these things are going. So we've got definitely some good growth on tomatoes. Onions and carrots are looking really good. And actually the chili's beginning to pick up. Beans and corn is pulling together. And then our greenhouse peppers and chilies looking really healthy as well. Our squash has survived the transplanting. It's looking a bit rough last time. Broad beans coming up really well. Not so many peas over here. It's a bit more limited, but that's okay. And then spring onions and broccoli, pretty disappointing. And then the big reveal. Let's see how our strawberries have been doing under the protection of this. Great. So yeah, we've got some clear strawberry growth all around. Another couple of weeks before they're ready. Hopefully before I go on holiday, but that's looking great. So I actually did this last weekend or the weekend before. I went through and cut around, but even so, stuff's growing pretty solidly. Got good growth there, and it's doing well too. This way, buddy. This, as always, looking fantastic and absolutely gigantic. Beginning to look really good as well. Getting great height. I was worried they weren't going to come back. This is looking nice and green. These are still a bit yellow because I think the soil pH is not quite right for them. But still doing okay. Got nice growth on this one. Looking good. And these look good too. Looking very healthy. Very healthy. And then our apple tree. Very nice. We've got some good patches of clover coming up all round. So definitely going to be a while before that embeds in. But all in all, that's going to help give this a bit more life before end of the year when I add in some slight changes. This side. This side, buddy. Down here. Good job. Our weeping willow is weeping pretty heavily, so looking good. I think what I'm going to do is going to take one of those strong branches at the bottom and plant it over here, just so that we've got a bit of parallel. This side. But look at this little plant here, this is lovely. Yeah, things are looking good. I won't say the fence is finished, I've just got a chunk left to do. I'm going to run the excess taller wire as far as it can, for example, and I've got some top line, at least for this side, to strengthen up the areas where I think he might go. But it is now fully enclosed, so everything else is optimization and improvement, which means somebody can go and explore. Merlin, freedom. Go. Come on. We're not getting out. This way. Yeah. Yeah. You can run. Do it. Explore. Come on. He's exploring his new enclosure. Get his head around it. Probably trim the grass down a bit here. But see how we go. I'm feeling good broadly. So I've tidied up this bit of the fence. Hey buddy. Merlin, touch. I mean, no one's going to be playing cricket on it, but it's at least trimmed down to the worst. So we've got a lot of the reeds knocked down, the grass is a bit trimmer. Got a nice little wooded bit over there just for niceness. And this goes back up and we've got bushes and things there. So there's plenty of room for this little guy to run around. But it's also not completely empty. There are so many flies around, I'm going to have to replace the open compost bin I think I've got with a sealed one. I think that will hopefully make a big difference, because it's pretty unpleasant being outside with all of these around. That's the first of the top lines installed. Nice and stiff. Dog, in theory, could rest on it. What we are really seeing is how low these are, so the taller fencing I picked up is significantly better, I think, although it won't really support a top line. Broadly, I think it's going to be better for the dog, so I might in future pick up another layer. I guess what I can do is pick up some extra long plastic clips and just tie those together a little bit so the this is supported, so if I pull that up, might be a good option. And that is the fence as done as it can be this weekend, and it's very close to being fully done. So we've got the top line here. We need some longer plastic connectors to just give a connect from the ground, from the main fence up. But then from here, because the gate fencing was kind of in the way on that side, but from here we could go lower. We've got the fence fully connected to the top line, which goes all the way around, so that keeps that tight, and then all the way down here as well. And then This is essentially where the fence shifts over to a slightly different style. So you've got these two bits with the old shorter, but then as we go further down we've reached the full length. So all of this and around is much higher fencing. So initially I'm not going to put a top line in because it doesn't feel necessary, because I think that's high enough that the dog's not even going to try and sort of put his paws up on it, which is my concern on that side. But it's looking good. He's not actually making that much use of being able to run around outside because it is very, very hot today, and he is a very furry dog. So he has been quite happily sat in the caravan with the door open whilst I've been doing this stuff, which is also what I was looking for, because that's not practical with the long line because he could pull it anywhere. But you can see as the sun begins to go down a bit, we've got a nice area of shade over there from some of the trees, and the area behind the caravan where the table is also very shaded. So all in all, pretty solid pre-midsummer day. And there's our weeping willow branch planted. It needs a little stick to help support it, but that should go up here, and then we'll have the two sides framed, which will be nice. And then at the end of this year, as we talked about before, some berry bushes and things down the centre here. So we'll have the trees on either side, berries down the centre. Should be nice. There we go. Propped up a little bit. I'll pick up some wire from the caravan and just tie that in. But we'll see if the rumours about how good willows are at being clipped and growing are true. So at dead on midday on Midsummer, I cut down a walking staff. So I need to strip the bark, let it dry out, sand it down, and yeah, something that might be useful for wandering around the forest. Maybe a bit thick, but that's okay. Touch! Merlin! Touch! Got a little helper for my walking staff. He's been helping me pull the edges off. So the bark is almost completely stripped, which is good and bad because I'd actually started carving the runes for decoration in before I got to this level, but it looks fantastic. Very wet, but really, really nice piece of wood.